So I want to look at constructing a beam to support underneath this now. And you'll notice I've made a relatively small, it's a built-up section, a top plate, two side plates. You could probably maybe think about insulating in between. But most importantly, I've changed my mind about my thinking on this. I want to extend this out so it actually covers underneath here, and that'll be a way of thinking about sealing that up. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, and we're going to reconstruct a beam for this. I'm going to try to delete it. There we go. And I'll go to level 2. And we're going to go ahead and create another generic model. But this time it'll span over that. And I'm going to create the generic model in plan view because if I try to do it in an elevation view, Revit doesn't have a defined plane yet for that to work on. And I don't want to have to go through doing that element of construction. So I'm going to go to model in place, just a generic model. It's going to be an extrusion of beam. And then we just got to go through some of the thinking about what we want to actually construct here. So I'll just draw a line. Well, let's just do it at 3 feet. That's the center line of our form system. We'll go ahead now and offset that line by 1/2 inch for the thickness of the steel. And we also want to give this a depth. So let's go ahead. It's going to be at a 12-foot level. So let's make a 2-foot deep beam. That'll give us 2 feet left for our glazing system. So I'm going to just grab that and copy it over 2 feet. And I'm going to then offset that so we come up with our flange again, or material depth. And then we're going to just create some kind of a, well, let's say we come in 5 inches, and we'll just go ahead and offset that one also. And I need to clip out I just don't know how to do that. It'd be just easier for me. I'll just shrink this line down. That'll deconnect it, unjoin elements. And actually what we'll do is I'm going to get rid of this also because we're going to mirror this over when we're done. And we'll grab these two. It's just a matter of me not having thought out how I wanted to actually go about building this. Let's go ahead and mirror it on the center line. And let's go ahead and connect these. I'll go ahead and mirror that over. I'm not getting, oops, I've got grab those, and we'll mirror that. Okay, so we have like a box beam section. I've revealed it so that it still has an older kind of I-beam look to it. This would be a welded built-up section. We'll complete it. It'll make an extrusion out of it. Let's go to the south elevation so we can see that element. Zoom out here. I'm going to stretch it down. Oops. It might be, uh-oh. I can move it up. So anyway, I'm going to just rotate this 90 degrees. And let's get it positioned now. I didn't give it a materiality. Well, we'll look at that later on. Let's take a look at it in 3D view. Okay, so now we have a section underneath here. I mean, these aren't exactly crisp details. We've got things intersecting each other right now, but that just gives us some idea about how we're thinking about supporting our door system. And the next thing we want to attack is building up our wheels, our locomotive type wheel assembly. So we'll do that in the next clip.